Hello everyone. Today in this video we discuss about force. It is the second chapter of grade 9 science. Before discussing about in detail, we should know about force. We have to do various kind of work in our daily life. Without force, we can't do anything. Force is most important factors on which work done depend. And we apply force on a different object while doing work from outside. Therefore, work is known as external agent. And we apply force when we push object, when we pull object, or when we lift object. Therefore, when we apply force, then object tends to move. If object is at rest, then by application of force, it try to move or move. When object is in motion, then by application of force, it gets stopped. Therefore, we define force as an external agent which change or try to change position of an object. Force can be measured by spring balance, and SI unit of force is Newton. Force is vector quantity because it has magnitude as well as direction both. And now we describe detail about the effects of force. At first, force, an external agent which change or tends to change position of an object is called force. When we apply force, then object change or tends to change its position from rest to motion or motion to rest. It is vector quantity. Why it is vector quantity? Because it has magnitude as well as direction both. It can be measured by spring balance, and SI unit of force is Newton, or simply we can write capital N. Newton is SI unit of force. And how we define 1 Newton force? The force which displaces one kilogram object by 1 meter is called 1 Newton force. Listen, if we apply certain amount of force on 1 kilogram mass of object, if it gets displaced by 1 meter, then the magnitude of force is called 1 Newton, or simply 1 Newton equal to 1 kg displaced by 1 meter. And here we write, when we convert kilogram into gram, then we found that 1000 gram into meter into centimeter, 100 centimeter, and we found that 10 to the power 5 gram centimeter, which is called 10 to the power 5 dyne. It is called CGS unit of force, and here we write CGS unit of force is dyne. And what is the relationship between SI unit and CGS unit of force? 1 Newton equal to 10 to the power 5 dyne. It is called a relationship between SI unit and CGS unit of force. Then we describe about effects of force. When we apply force on any object, at first, if it is at rest, then it changes into motion. If object already is in motion, then it gets stopped. Therefore, first effect is it changes position of an object from rest or motion. And when we apply force on object, suppose now it is object, here we apply force, then what we found that shape gets changed. Or by application of force, we can change the shape and size of object. And second effect is it can change the shape of an object. Other we can write, when object is in motion, if we apply force in the direction of motion, in the direction of displacement where it is going on, then its velocity increases or it gets accelerated. And when we write it accelerates, the velocity of moving body. And fourth effect we can write, by application of force, we can change the direction of motion. It can change the direction of motion. These are called effects of force. After that, it is most important to know about the distance and displacement. Here we consider 2 points A, B. If any object displaced from A to B or travel from A to B, suppose by path A, that is first path, and another by second path. Suppose A reaches to C and then goes to D. After that, by other way, A goes to D and then here three paths we found that first path, second path and third path. And when we compare that these three paths, these all are the distance between A and B through different routes. But among these three, AB is the shortest distance, which is known as a displacement. And these all length covered between A and B is called distance. And here we can write total length covered between 2 points or place is called distance, and that distance having no any direction, therefore it is a scalar quantity. Another shortest distance between 2 points is called displacement. And here shortest distance is what? It moves in particular direction. And here direction mentioned, therefore it is vector quantity. It is vector quantity. And here in that diagram, AB is your displacement, that is called path first. Other ACB and ADB. Here these two paths are also distance between A and B, but it is not in particular direction. Simply distance, and in this way we can differentiate between distance and displacement. When any object is in motion, then how fast it is moving, that can be calculated or known by speed and velocity. And here we describe about speed and velocity. At first, speed. How much distance covered in per unit time, or unit time is called speed, or distance covered by an object in per unit time is called speed. Or also we can define a rate of change in distance is called speed. Here only rate of change in distance given, not direction mentioned. Therefore it is a scalar quantity and calculated by speed equal to distance by time taken, and unit of speed is unit of distance is meter, time is second, meter per second, and also we can write meter second inverse mode. By same way, when distance covered in particular direction in per unit time, then direction mentioned there, it becomes displacement, or displacement produced in per unit time, then the torque or moving rate is called velocity. And here we define velocity, and here we can write displacement produced in per unit time is called velocity. And other way also we can write rate of change in displacement is called velocity. It is vector quantity. Why it is vector quantity? Because having direction and magnitude. Velocity can be calculated by displacement by time. And SI unit is displacement measured in meter time in second, or meter per second is SI unit of displacement. Various type of displacement there is velocity found. Like if equal displacement produced in equal interval of time, then the velocity is called uniform velocity. If unequal velocity or unequal displacement produced in equal interval of time, then it is called non-uniform velocity. And total displacement covered, or ratio between total displacement produced to the total time taken, then the velocity becomes average velocity. Types of velocity. At first, uniform velocity, and we define it as if equal displacement produced in equal interval of time, then the velocity is called uniform velocity. Another non-uniform velocity. If unequal displacement produced in equal interval of time, then the velocity is non-uniform velocity. And third we describe average velocity. ratio to the total displacement produced and total time taken is called average velocity. That average velocity V average can be calculated by total displacement by total time. And then when any object is moving with certain velocity, or when object is in non-uniform velocity, its velocity going increasing or decreasing. In that condition, by how much or by which rate its velocity is going change, which is known as acceleration, or simply the rate of change in velocity is called acceleration. Next term is acceleration. Rate of change in velocity is called acceleration, or change in velocity in per unit time is called acceleration. That acceleration can be calculated by change in velocity by time. Change in velocity, acceleration is denoted by A. Change in velocity, final velocity minus initial velocity by time, or A equal to V minus U by T. In this way, we can calculate acceleration produced by or acceleration produced in moving body. If velocity of object is going increasing, rate of change in velocity is positive, then it is called accelerated. If rate of change in velocity is negative, then it is called retarded or retardation. In the next video, we discuss about equation of motion. Thank you.